Crimechurch by Michael Botur. Read by the author. Jade section, Chapter 8. They ain't killed old Jade Slattery. There's a newspaper waiting for us with Notorious Crim's Holiday Training Camp as the headline and a photo of Jade strutting through arrivals, and damn, you know what? It feels good to be home. World famous in Christchurch, bro. As I come down the escalator at Christchurch International, I get a stiffy. There's someone with real pretty with crimson lips holding a cardboard sign that says JD with a love heart drawn around it. Shawnee Pawnee Pudding and Pie. Oh man. Sean Robertson loads my gear into the boot of this Holden that he scored, and we drive to a dark corner of the parking garage and we catch up. The way Shawnee puts his lips between my legs, the boys obviously miss me. I stroke the back of his head like a kitten. I try to take a week off to hang with Shawnee, but God doesn't let it happen. The first failed date is we go to this Cobb & Co that's got a ball pit. We chuck balls at each other's faces and we slurp our pink fizzy with ice cream stirred in. We're just trying to have some giggles, but then there's Tasman Marco's tough guys make fun of us, and I go over to hand out some spankings and one of them shrinks. Fuck, it's him, it's the one from the paper. And they all escape out the fire exit and the alarm goes off and we've got to evacuate, and that is our party catch-up ruined. Isn't the Marco supposed to be a scary shark? Freddy Fish wouldn't even play. Know what? God doesn't want JD to play. God's saying JD needs to work. So I got some grenades arriving and buried in these crates of squid on Korean ships coming out of Crimechurch. Me and Shawnee, we park up by the docks, and when the ships pull into Littleton, a bee of excitement starts buzzing in our tummies. Our fish gets packed onto a truck and shipped to pet shops, so me and Shawnee Pawnee have to follow NZ Pet Foods through the dark, hot Littleton tunnel till the truck settles in a depot by the Heathcote, and Shawnee whips the old lady driver with a cable till she's weeping and cowering under the truck, and we jack the back doors and we load the fishy-smelling grenades into our borrowed Holden, plus we take a snapping turtle that the Koreans promised me. After all that work, there's only a total of only 4 grenades, and the road knights that are looking to buy them always want to test a grenade by popping the pin and having it into a pile of gravel, so that is a waste of $10,000 of product. Irregardless, famous Jade Notorious has 30 grand of merch left, and all we need now is to sell to the roadies and invest our 30 grand in some precursor and sell the precursor for 60, and that's us set up for a whole year. If only. Me and Shawnee talk it over as we lie on our backs beside the Avon, having some cuddles, stroking each other's ears, watching the tourists punting their little canoes through the clear, warm river, feeling blissed out. Shawnee says to get a place of our own, we'll probably need a lot more than 60 grand, more like $100. We're going to need to go see some wholesalers, and even if we don't have the cash up front, we'll figure something out. Corner of Mirrorvale Lane and Naseby Street. There's this epic 4-story mansion with ivy crawling over white wood and a letterbox you could fit a whole house in. Shawnee drops me off and he goes around the corner and he hovers. On the Ivy house, there's a for sale sign from some fat real estate blubber bum named Glenda Bazillion Hoot, or something whose name sounds real familiar, like I've dealt with her before. Bazoidi, yeah, whatever it is. JD's got a feeling someone in her family is on JD's naughty list. There's an arch over the path leading into this gathering of like university privileged posh nerd rude dudes, and for JD the arch is like an invitation. Look how pretty we made this house for you, the arch is saying. Come right in. Come stand over some pussy-wussy chemistry students for their precursors. I interrupt the scientist nerds, playing a game of Twisted with glasses of fruity punch in their hands and stupid name tags pinned to their tits. I whip out my shopping list and a New World bag. Listen up, nerds. You nerds have got to give me, let's see. I need diluted hydro. You're going to give JD diluted hydrochloric acid, lye. Give me some lye. I need ethyl, ethers, starter fluid. They're all blinking and holding their drinks, like real protective against their chests. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to step outside. You know it's deaf filled the bag, thumb bum. Unless you want to get in JADE'S bad books. One nerd speaks for the whole tribe. But mister, we ain't got that stuff. We ain't got that stuff in your shopping list, as it were. Go out to your car and get it. Let me see your driver's license, naughty boy. Now! Ta. Alright. So you live at 90 Balgate Street over by the uni there, your driver license reckons. Okay. I'll be around later. If you snitch on JD, go on. Get my Ethel. Where was I? Nurofen. That's what I need. I need this Paraco. Oh yeah, codeine. Them 20 in a pack ones. 100 for $10. You, carrot. I single out this ginger boy. Ephedrine is in it. You know that. I need me some ephedrine. We got Sudafed, sir. Jasmine gets real bad allergies from the pollen that the professor's car squirts up when he parks in front of the Bougainvillea. David, shut the hell up! The bitch witch named Jasmine squeaks. I point my eyes at her. Swearing is naughty, naughty girl. I can give you Sudafed if you want to cook, mister. I press my face right against the ginger, give him a kiss on the lips. Scares the crap out of him. Do I look like a dirty, dirty drug maker to you, boy? I need distilled water. Distill me some water. Attaboy. Jade Slattery struts out of there and the people, half of them big rugby faggots. They part from me like JD is radioactive. But the ginge comes running up to me and he begs me to stop. Everyone's watching and listening. Big rugbies, islanders, Asians, whites, all of them bowing down to the one person in the room with the guts to spot what he wants in the world and grab it. Mister, you can cook it yourself. It's similar to running a car engine. Just saying, so long as the spark's got air and fuel, it's happy it'll burn, you know? The nerd goes, letting out this girly, little nervous laugh. Ethanol is your fuel, and lol, assuming you're operating in an atmosphere of air, just watch the sparks, mister, please. I mean, sorry to tell you what to do. It's just that the things expand when they get hot, you know? These explosions, they're strong enough to push the cylinders and pistons in your car, so while you're carrying all that gear around, please don't smoke, mister. Don't leave it in heat, and don't put it on a radiator heater. Just promise me that. I pat the ginger on the shoulder. It's not often that people tell JD helpful stuff as if they actually want JD to live. I phone Shawnee. I tell him to take me to Raleigh to move the product. Except this random van rocks up. Big people mover full of islanders. And where's my Shawnee gone? We're filled up bags, so it's supposed to be time to get going. I was gonna take Shawnee to the movies and give him some sucky in the dark while we watch Transformers. But this big, massive Vin Diesel-looking unit steps out of the van with a taser and a real cheeky grin. It's that big mixed-race, baldy-headed Tongan boy from Chow. One of the ones that wouldn't play with me. Prongs of the taser appear on JD's chest. There's a crowd of students gathering at the door behind me. It's epic, embarrassing. They see me, get shocked, till JD Slattery, baddest man in Christchurch, is writhing in foam on the sidewalk. And they see Vin Diesel hauling JD onto his shoulder like a rolled up carpet. I woke up in a dirty mattress in a grotty room in a sleeping bag. I'm boiling hot, I'm sweaty, I'm stinky, I'm wet, and it reeks of wee-wee in here. I can only move my fingertips. The sleeping bag is wrapped up with duct tape and I'm like a caterpillar. Let me out. Let JD out now. I'll kill all of yous. Big Bully Chong stands over us, dressed in a white button-up shirt, like he's at work. He's slurping a Memphis Meltdown ice cream. Real casual. Chong Sam, the guy's name is. Yeah, I seen that boy in the court pages of the press. I put him on JD's naughty list. I move him right to the top. When I get out of the sleeping bag, JD is going to stretch naughty boy's eyelids out with tongs and then slice them off with a samurai sword. But first I'm held for 3 days of beatings, and they snip off JD's earlobes and burn JD's eyebrows with a cigarette lighter and smash all my ribs with a sledgehammer while I wriggle like a worm, thinking about how mum's boyfriends used to pick fights with me when they were drunk and I was like 8 or 9. I lost the first 10 or 20 scraps, but then I started getting good, and I wasted this one midget I remember, and then on my 12th birthday I knocked out this full-grown dude and my mum went ballistic, and man, I was addicted to punishing people. So I think about bullies as the big Chong naughty boy comes in with a washing basket full of pets, and he tortures me with them, putting a spider on my nose that wriggles up under my glasses, letting his pet turtle bite my tongue, pouring dog food down my sleeping bag, and letting his giant dogs nip my diddle as they munch. Pash gang member, pussy, naughty, bleeding, pussy bullies. They come and go from the room wearing their big fat branded tough guy hoodies and red t-shirts and singlets, pissing on JD's face. Yeah, lots of the piss wriggles down my throat, and my brain worms out of my body and goes to a safe place till I'm out of danger. Just look on down on me. Out of body experience, my mum used to call it when she would leave her body for a few days when she was dropping acid. So I hear over Chong's police scanner on the kitchen table that a couple of grenades are getting tossed at Cripps' houses in Aronoe, and the cops are worried as heck about triads versus king cobras, and at least that gives JD a warm glow that gets me through 72 hours of torture, because the war's a distraction, and Chong keeps getting calls on his mobile about it, and finally JD gets a break when the bullies are all off at some party down the block on a Tuesday lunchtime, and I start to hear this yawning underground. I hear this kind of moaning like water moving through pipes. And there's a rattle that becomes a jackhammering. I managed to sit up. I managed to smear my face against the boarded up window. I bite on this piece of plywood, and then I pull it and spit it out. There's a tree outside that I can see on the front lawn, and the tree is bubbling dirt down at the roots. Everyone's driveways are piled with chimneys broken into eggshells of concrete, bricks and dust. There's chocolate milk mud spreading everywhere as streams spout up out of people's lawns. JD's never seen nothing like this. Well, except that one time when we had this earthquake. That was way back when I was a little kid, but it can't be seriously an earthquake? A earthquake? The pavement turns black and the grass starts spewing. JD's cut off enough people's water supply to no pipes is breaking right now. Water pipes, you know? With power lines tipping over and fizzing and birds plummeting into the ground and a train of dogs running, Chong's crew rush back to the torture house and they grab their car keys and they all hoon off. Last person left is Chong Sam, and he drags us through the house, tosses me down the front steps like a bucket of scraps, ripping my hair from my scalp while he gets rid of me. I can feel tiny bits of Scrabble scraping against my brain. Without arms stuck in my sleeping bag, I'm like a grub, a worm, a slug. They leave JD in the street in a piss-soaked sleeping bag, but they ain't killed old Jade Slattery, so the joke is on them.